What is up, Hebrews and Shebrews? Welcome back to my True Artorias build playthrough. I'm going to show you how to get back to the Undead Asylum this episode. Yay! But first I'm going to show you a couple of quick things. First, a few episodes ago I saved this guy from the lower Undeadburg. He is now a merchant here. We'll talk to him.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries? You're clearly talented, and besides, I owe you. Of course, we will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
I'm not going to be casting any sorceries anytime soon, but I'm going to tell him I'm interested because there's a couple things he's going to sell that I want. So, sure, why not?
Splendid. Very well. I am pleased to have a chance to give something back. Well then, let's get started straight away.
Alright, let's do this. So he sells a lot of offensive spells, but he has fall control, which I don't think I'm going to use for anything. It just decreases the damage you take from falling. And that's about it. Magic Shield's okay, but we can find Great Magic Shield later. It's going to help. Oral Decoy just distracts enemies for a while. I could cast that. He sells the Sorcerer's Catalyst. The Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, which is actually a pretty powerful ring when used in tandem with the Crown of Dusk. I know that a lot of people use this ring whenever they do Soul Level 1 runs because it increases the power of pyromancies.
Goodbye.
So,
do stay safe.
Thanks. So we're not going to buy anything from him. I already bought Combustion from this guy, the pyromancer we saved from the depths.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
I'm pleased to see you safe.
Thanks.
As always, if you provide the materials,
I can teach you pyromancy. Alrighty, so let's take a look. He can modify our pyromancy flame, make it stronger. I have it at +4. That's all I really care at the moment. I might upgrade it later, but for now I've been putting all my points into my stats because I still need to meet the requirement to wield the sword. That's going to be coming up in about 3 or 4 more bosses is when I'll be able to get the Artorias sword. He sells pyromancies. Iron Flesh is a buff which allows you to take more damage, but it decreases your speed. Flash Sweat allows you to take more damage from fire, and then everything else is offensive. Fire Orb, Fireball. So I'm not going to use any of that right now. I got what I want.
Goodbye then.
Bye-bye.
Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go alone.
I'll try not to. Alright. I upgraded some of my armor. Ooh, also these guys. Petrus is still a D-bag, so we're not going to talk to him. These guys are her bodyguards. So let's talk to her.
Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not.
Thanks, I think.
Did I not
Okay, so this chick here, she is undead, but she's, if I'm not mistaken, here on a pilgrimage to find a cure for Going Hollow, the cure for the curse, because she's a member of the Way of the Light, and they're pretty hugely anti-undead. I'm coming up here because this is actually how we get back to the Undead Asylum. Watch this neat little trick. I'm going to start walking and drop out right here. And then from here, where we can see the graveyard is over here. We already picked the items up from down there. And there's an item over on that roof. We need that item. So how do we get over there from here? Well, if you come to this ledge here and roll. Voila. You have to come up here and then drop down. Undead Asylum, floor 2, West Key Ring. West Key. So now that we have that key, we have to do that jump again. So let's, I'm trying to fall through the hole. Let's do this. Screw it. Let's just go this way. I don't know if I would have ever figured this out if I were playing Dark Souls. I'm kind of a completionist, so whenever I first started playing Dark Souls, I went in blind, but then about halfway through the game I started thinking like I was missing something, or there was just too much, so I started looking up some things that I might have missed to help me to complete the game, and then this was one of the things. So I apologize, I didn't actually figure out how to get back to the asylum on my own, which is also why I'm kind of making this series, to explain some of the tricks of the trade, so that you guys can learn by watching what I do. See, we have the crow's nest here, and we have the option to curl up like a ball, so let's do that. It's important that you actually stay in this position for a while and not stand up. I think it takes 10, maybe 15 seconds for it to actually kick in. So, for now, we just wait. And there we go. This quick little cutscene. Away! The blank look on the character's face, like, I got this. Fly. If a crow was carrying me around like that, I would not be that calm. Alright. There's a couple of things that have changed. Actually, quite a few things that have changed. One, there are a ton of undead out of their cells, and they're here waiting for us. So bring it on, man. Bring it on. Bring it on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. The awesome thing about the halberd is it gives us plenty of range to completely destroy anything before they reach us. I love it. Before I go back in there, I gotta show you guys this too. There's another bird's nest over here, much smaller. Listen carefully. Oh, maybe I didn't trigger it yet. Anyway, this is the nest of Snuggly the Crow. I don't know why she's not triggered yet, but what you can do is you can actually place items here, and I'll show you real quick. I picked up rubbish that has no value, but I could drop it here, and then if I were to quit out of the game and reload, a different item will be there. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to pick it up on my way back through. So it'll stay there. I'm not too worried about it. But you have to quit out of your game or leave and come back in order to get the item. They kind of fixed that in Dark Souls 2, where the exchange was instant. You just put something down and voila, you get an item. Oh, I was explaining earlier, I upgraded my armor, but I didn't upgrade my shield, because we're going to get a shield while we're here that I'm going to end up using for most of the rest of the playthrough. I'm also avoiding the middle of the stage here, because the floor is very weak, and it will break out from under us, and that's how we get to the boss, so I'm going to avoid that for now. Another thing I have to... Oh, okay. Another thing I have to apologize for is, I think I called Oscar Oswald in my earlier videos. The NPC that helps us out of our cage. His name is Oscar. I think I called him Oswald. Oswald is the name of the NPC in the bell tower. So Oscar is what we need. Alright. One major difference you're going to find when you come back. There are now knights here. I think Vati, a more popular Dark Souls YouTuber, once theorized that the Black Knights are here because they heard of the undead escaping the asylum, so they came here to investigate, you know, since they are kind of the Knights of Lord Gwyn, and of course our quote-unquote destiny is to overthrow Gwyn and, you know, link the flame. So they're here to investigate. That's kind of the lore reason. I'm sure there's going to be like more to it than that. I just don't know for sure now at this point. And our buddy Oscar is seemingly alive. Come on, Oscar. Oop. Parry spam. Come on. There we go. Practicing my parries. Oscar is wearing the Elite Knight set, but he also has the Crest Shield, and he'll drop that as soon as I kill him here. Poor Oscar. He's a cool guy. The Crest Shield. I think the Crest Shield looks beautiful, and it's actually very handy because it has pretty good stability and has pretty high magic defense, as I'll show you here. So the magic defense is 80. You know, so that's going to come in handy for when I fight the Four Kings and stuff like that. Fire, not so great. Lightning, not so great. Stability, 55, which it's the same as the shield I'm wearing, or have now. So for the most part, it's kind of a better shield. I'm going to wear it because it matches the set very well. But there is one other shield I'm going to pick up later that I'm probably going to use most of the time after this shield. And that's going to be the Black Knight shield. Wow. That's the second time I got smacked by that. But that's okay. We can heal up. The reason why I'm coming up this way is I'm going to use that key that I picked up back in Firelink Shrine to unlock a door that's over this way. Of course, these undead are still here, so we just gotta poke. Hey, watch out, man. What'd I ever do to you? Stab. And there's a lock gate right here with 2 hollows guarding it, so we're gonna take care of this. Ooh. There we go. Zip up. Now that door leads to a whole other part of the game, so I'm going to show you something really cool. After we pick up this ring, we drop down here, and blam, we've gone in a complete circle. That tricked you a little bit, I suppose, but that door right there only leads to that item. That's it. But that ring is going to come in handy, because I'll show you real quick. Improves balance on poor footing. So basically, if whenever we go to fight the Hydra, which is located in water, it's going to allow us to walk more freely in that. It's also going to allow us to walk more freely in Blighttown, which is why I wanted to come back here and get this item before we went to Blighttown. Because the floor of Blighttown is made of swamp, so we get stuck in there if we don't have it. So, oh, I never unlocked this. How about that? I'm gonna rest at this bonfire, only just so I have a checkpoint. We're gonna go back to our cell because there's a special item I need to get, and I'll show you guys what it is and what makes it so special in a second. Oh. Forgot I had to do it this way. Alright. There's also another, you can kind of see him, another knight. So we gotta make quick work of him. Ooh, shit. Oop, I can't parry that. Come on, man. Give me something I can parry. There we go. And I might be able to just stab him here for the win. Alright. Man, they've been dropping swords left and right. Jesus. And back in our cell, this corpse contains a peculiar doll. Let's take a look. I think it's in keys. There we go. A strange doll with a strange dress. There once was an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into the cold and lonely painted world. So we need this item to get into the painted world of Ariamis, which is located in Anor Londo. So we're not going to be getting there for quite some time. Another thing I want to point out, I think I pointed this out in the first episode, I don't remember, but there's a demon wandering around in here. Right there. That's the boss that we're going to go fight. In fact, this gives us an idea of kind of the lay of the asylum here, because above that wall or above that ceiling, is the courtyard where we fought the first demon. So when we drop down, we're going to drop right on top of that pile of bones and skulls. Let's do this. Let's do the thing. This fight is actually pretty simple. The thing is that the demon's actually not all that powerful, but he has tons of HP. So if you come down here with a +5 weapon, be ready for a fight that's going to last, at least 5 minutes. Oop. Still mid-rolling. So I did put some stats into my strength and dex. I looked up the requirements. I need 24 strength, 18 dex, and 20 in intelligence and faith to wield the Artorias sword. So I've been putting some points here and there. I think once I have my faith and intelligence at 15 each, and I have my strength and dex at its requirements, I'm going to start putting points back into endurance until all the way up until I can actually acquire the sword. Alright, here we go. It's always a good idea to roll out of the way after you drop down here. You can actually, if you get over here quick enough, the demon doesn't know you're down here, so he's just walking back and forth right now. If you do it quick, that is, if you do it quick enough. If you're just standing there, he's gonna smack you in the back of the head. So let's engage. The key to this fight is to stay behind him and stab him right in the butt sack. If you see him wind up to do that, it is a good idea to back off because the area of effect does reach behind him a little bit. So back off and then run up to get some attack in. And this is what makes the boss fight so easy, is that you can just kind of hang out behind him. He flies up and does this butt slam. Pretty easy to dodge. All you have to do is back up a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, his attacks there deal fire damage, so my shield actually wouldn't do all that great, or be that all helpful if I were to get smacked by that, since the shield has really crappy fire defense. And as you can see, with even a +10 halberd, I'm only just inching his life away. So the boss fight is still going to take longer than it should. This boss is completely optional. You can come back to this area and not fight him, and just get the items that you need. There's 2 reasons why I like to fight him. I'm going to get hit. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's doing butt slam. Dang, I need to not be in front of him. So come on, do an attack. Okay. Anyway, there's 2 reasons why I like to fight him. 1, he gives you a lot of souls. And 2, he drops a Titanite slab, which allows you to upgrade your weapon all the way to 15. You only need one Titanite slab to go to 15. But they are so incredibly rare that there's only 2 events in the base game that allow you to get them. One by killing this guy, and one by completing Sigmaier's questline. There's only one way to get them in the DLC, and that's to fight Calamite, because there's one in his boss room. And then the Dark Wraiths of New Londo drop them at an extremely rare rate, which I think is less than 0.05% of the time they will drop them. So, which pretty much translates to every couple hundred of the nights that you kill, you'll get 1 slab. I think that's the drop rate. I could be wrong. Maybe it's closer to 1% than I think. I'll look that up. And we're about to win. Booyah! We get humanity, some bone. I picked up the Titanite slab, and we got 20,000 souls for that. Now, usually I would be using that 20,000 souls to get the Crest of Artorias so that I can show you that part of the game. But I actually already did that with the souls we got from the Gaping Dragon. So these are just play souls. We get to use them for our stats. So we're going to climb up here, and as soon as I get to the bonfire, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my stats. Level up. We're going to put this to 18 and then leave it at that because that's all we need. And then 1 more point into, well, we're actually going to start upgrading endurance right now because I want to be able to fast roll sooner than later. We have quite a few bosses left, so I'm not worried about being able to wield the Artorias sword. Come out here, kill these guys, so that they're not stabbing us in the back. Still, oh buddy. Fire dealing damage. The shield requires, what is it? Twinkling Titanite to upgrade, but I'm going to show you some farming techniques for farming Twinkling Titanite. Anyway, guys, I'm actually going to cut things off here, just so that I can pick up the item. I'll meet you guys back at Firelink Shrine for another episode. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, do what you ever have to do to show the support. Anyway, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the future. Bye-bye!